Welcome back to How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. I'm Kelly Jack, and we're playing Factorio. This is episode 2 in our little session, and I need to take a look here. Do I have any metal plate? I don't. Let's go grab some. I'm going to make some metal boxes. Hi. Making those metal boxes. Just 2 of them for now. Keep digging away while I'm waiting for them to build. And there's 1 done, 2 done. Okay. Get him. Oops. Gotta move. Escape for a second. Q. In there now, and go ahead and throw that coal into the coal. Then check our coal bins. He can use about half, and he can use, he's good. He's good for now. 11 won't take us that long to go through. But these guys are out, so we need to, they're out of ore. So we need to relocate those guys, and we've got a spare machine. We're going to go ahead and mount him as well. So now we're going to have 3 of them. We still only have 2 boxes, but I have a metal box I can make. So let's make a metal box here. Do 1 box of metal. So now we've got this. Let's come on over here, put some more into each of these. Whoops. Take up our rock. Come on up here. Get the rock out of each box. Whoops. Load that guy. Put some coal into this guy. Finish filling him up. Takes it up to 54. Same thing there. There we go. While we're at it, you should probably see how much bricks it's made. Grab them and use that to speed up our little pathway. Pretty good on our coal recovery, at least. But we're going to go ahead and start throwing coal into these guys. So we don't have to keep chasing over here. Also need to check our coal in the ovens, and that one's a little bit low. So we'll throw 25 into him. Check our steel. He's in good shape. He could use a little bit, and he could use a little bit. Go ahead and could gather up the iron ore. Run back over to here. And here in a minute, we won't be having to do this the way we're doing it. We'll have a whole new way to get rid of things. take the ride on the belts so that you can see that things will move on those belts. But the real thing I need to do is I need to make some coal burners here. And these here are burner inserters, so they're going to burn coal. I'm going to need coal to power them. And I'm just going to build 5 of them. Well, that made 25 of them. Crap. Well, we'll survive. Now, if I rotate these so that the arrow points to the, see the arrow in the bar? Like that, and like that. And then we need to do a belt section right there. And then put some of these guys up here. We won't have to feed coal into the ovens anymore. Oops, not close enough. There we go. Now we won't have to race up to the ovens there to take a reload. They auto reload. And we can start building a set of belts from the iron, which is a little bit more important than the stone at this point. So I'm going to build it a little bit long, rotate him so that he goes this way. Now we can get some longer here in a minute stuff going. And with what we've learned, we can do our tech tree. And the tech tree says that we can learn how to make circuits once we mine some copper. So, okay. Let's go dig up some copper on our own. Oops, the copper was down low. Grab some steel plates because we will need those. These guys, and we're just gonna a little bit to each of them of the coal we got, and we can now also start coming over here and get right on the end of that belt and grab some of that coal that way for relaying over to our other spots that we need them at, like up here. And we're going to see what it will let me make once I have about 20 or 30 copper plates. Now I using that to mine the copper I normally wouldn't. And down the road we'll have a splitter that'll split the stuff for me. For right now we're just going to do this. Do a little bit more mining. Try to find a way to start building this up a little bit faster. Hey, you know what we can do? We have enough metal plates. We can build a couple of mining machines. So let's build 2 mines. And can we build any boxes? Yeah, we can build 2 boxes. Cool. So we got our mines. And once we get the boxes, and then our coal. We're just going to give it half the coal we got. We don't need as much. Oops. Do a little bit more cleanup on this spot. Run over here and throw that into that one that we're using for making copper. It's automatically loading the coal, so as we can see, that's good. We can throw the iron ore in and start checking how much steel plate and how much copper plate we have. Alright, with that done, now we can check here and here. We can make copper wire. So let's go ahead and make all those chips. Another thing we should be able to start doing is we can start working on our boiler plant. And we've got a lake down here, which is where we'd have to put the boiler plant at. We'd need to split the coal and throw some of it down that way. So that is something I'm going to need to take and do. Also build a lab here shortly. Once we get all those chips, enough chips. Takes 10 chips, some belts, and some other stuff. So let's see what we can do. But the lab requires the electricity, so we need to do this guy, one of those. And then I can't remember, when do we get, there's our pipes. Alright, and let's run down to where that water's at and build ourselves, whoops, grab a bunch of coal before we go, because we're going to need coal to power the electrical plant. Alright. Grab a whole bunch of coal, because frankly coal is something that we can use a lot of down there. And while we're at it, we're going to, on the way down there, we got some bricks. Let's go ahead and start paving a pathway down there, so we can get to that faster. There's to our ship. Alright, now there's 2 things we can do here at water. One is, as you can see, we got fish. Grab some fish. And I need to get, I built a pump, didn't I? Need one of those, okay. Alright, so first things first, I need my pump. We're going to build our first pump right like this. Do a underground stretch of pipe to here so that we can cut through and add others as down the road and maintain them. We're going to take and do a stretch of pipe and next up is the boiler. Boiler gets an input there with an output here. So we're going to, again, do that stunt with the, like that. And that's why you got to be able to take and get around these guys. And then we need to be able to get out of his way, drop him into place. Now we need to make wire. Don't have any copper plate, which we need in order to make wires. So we got to run back up. Run back up to where we got our pathway, so we can get there faster. With half each. Reload that guy with copper. And we're going to take this and tell this guy to start making copper. And then run down to here and start making some wire. And we got to find wood first. So there's supposed to be some trees over here. Uh-oh. This ain't looking good. There they are. Now as I'm going in, I'm trying to watch up here because there's green for trees. This is kind of desert, and then there's this guy. And that is the bugs, the foes, the biters. So in order to not attract the biters, I'm taking just dead trees. Because the good trees will absorb the pollution I'm creating. Oops, we can get some rock here. Always mind rock if you find it. One, it's going to be in your way if you try to take and do anything. And two, it's just a good idea. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark. We're going to take and make the first electrical. Put the hole into there. We're going to line ourselves up with a wooden box that I got made. We're going to grab one of those that we've made. And then we're going to load the box with all the coal we got. So that he'll start making power, or steam, and now we can build electrical lines. the wire made. There's our electrical lines. All right. May not have many, but that gets us electricity up to here. And now we can take and see what we're doing. Reload our coal miners. Grab some more coal for up the stone so that we can begin building some walkways. Gotta go get some iron. And now we're going to run over here to these guys, and we're going to go ahead and start smelting by building a new stack of furnaces. Seeing as how we've used all of ours already. I like buildings in sets of fives. And we'll run off and grab some coal. You can see it moving on the pipeline once I start grabbing it. There he goes, it fills up. That should be enough to get us started. And run back up here to where we automatically feed our coal and load in a whole bunch more iron, take the copper out of the way so that it can function. The fish are a healing food. Gives you the ability to heal up if you get hurt. And sometime soon I do expect to see the bugs come after me, so we now need to think about what to do with our electricity, and one of the things I like to do with electricity is, frankly, power up my labs. We'll deal with that next episode. I'm Kelly Jack. This has been How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. Have a better night than I'm having.